Tyler, you played in Ottawa last year. Could you sense when you were there that they were in a major rebuild? Because you look at all their players now, they all look like they're 20 years old.
Yeah, they were in a rebuild. They are currently in a rebuild, but they have some great young players. They have a really good group of guys, and they're young, but they're growing, and you can see them get better every day.
Were there any young players when you were there that you thought, this guy's going to be a really good player? This kid's going to be a really good player.
Yeah, lots of them. Drake Batherson, I thought, was really, really good. Obviously, Thomas Chabot is world class. Josh Norris didn't get to play with him too much, but just training camps, and he got called up a little bit. Really good. And then obviously Brady's still young, and he's turning into a great player as well. He's had a great start to his career. So their team is young, but very talented, and they're growing.
Thanks.
Ryan Ershog, TSN.
Tyler, if Draisaitl and McDavid play together, then that leaves that second line wide open. Looks like you, Nugent Hopkinson, Jesse Puljujarvi. Can you just discuss kind of the opportunity as a line to try and push some 5-on-5 offense and be that secondary scoring that the group needs when Connor and Leon play together?
Yeah, we're going to have to. Connor and Leon played great last game together. I think it shows, the versatility of Nuge to be able to go from wing to center, and he's a great player down the middle as well as at the wing. So I'm looking forward to playing with him in the middle as well as Jesse. So it should be fun tonight, and we're going to have to play well.
This lineup and this taxi squad situation seems so unique this year. So, there's so many guys around with different skill sets. So a couple of games ago, you're scratched, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in a top 6 role. I saw you and Dave Tippett had a long chat the other day at practice. Just how are you guys managing that, coming and going from the lineup, but the opportunity that sits there for you, and what are the conversations like with Dave and him just letting everybody know where they stand?
Yeah, like you said, it's a very strange year where we got a lot of bodies. We do have a lot of depth, guys that can play, anywhere in the lineup. So it's challenging, but being a veteran guy, you have to come prepared every day, regardless of the situation you're in. And tonight I'm excited and looking forward to where I'm at.
Mark Spector, Sportsnet.
So when the coach, and we've watched this over the years here, the coach goes back and forth. He separates Draisaitl and McDavid on separate lines, and then he puts them together on the same line. And outside of your dressing room, it's a pretty big deal, and we focus on it. What happens inside your dressing room when that happens? Does the mindset change for guys like you?
Well, it's fun to watch for us too on the ice, watching them out there together. They kind of elevate each other. But for us, it's just important that we contribute because we're going to have to, because they can't play the whole game. So it's where depth becomes even more important. And it'll be since I've been here, we haven't had that look yet, so it's new for me too. But should be a fun challenge tonight.
And you guys really. I thought it was a pretty gutty win on Saturday. Calgary came out strong. You guys kind of turned the game in your favor. You win with a late goal. You got to try to make that carry over, I guess. With so many games in such a short time, is there such a thing as Saturday carrying over to Monday, or we just have to start every game fresh?
You have to start every game fresh, but you have to learn from every game, whether it's you're learning from tough experiences or good experiences. And like you said, Calgary was a great win, and we have to build off the positives that contributed to that win and carry that over to tonight.
Rob Tychkowski, Post Media.
Tyler, you guys are beginning a stretch here where you play 12 games in 21 days, which works out to about a game every 1.75 days for 3 straight weeks. And believe it or not, it's the second time you guys have gone through this. What is that grind like when you're in the middle of that? And do you have to make a concerted effort all day long, all month long to conserve energy.
Yeah, it's tough. It is a grind for sure. Especially because you can't do anything outside of what we're doing. So mentally, it's challenging as well as physically. But it is fun, kind of knocking off games every day. But you just have to make sure that the body's good and the mind's good.
Now you're playing Ottawa for the 5th, 6th, and 7th time. It's hard enough to beat a team twice to, ideally try and get them 7 straight. Does it become increasingly harder each time you play a team to get past them?
Yeah, and especially when you can see Ottawa get better every day. So we have to have the same mindset we have against every team tonight. We have to compete extremely hard and play disciplined and play structured, and regardless of the opponent.
Jim Matheson.
Just one question. You mentioned Brady Tkachuk. Is there any of Matthew Tkachuk and Brady Tkachuk, or are they different players? They seem both feisty, but you played against one and you played with one. So what are the differences?
Yeah, Brady, it's funny because I've played with him a lot more than I've played against him. He's such a nice kid, well-mannered, but on the ice he's extremely feisty. He plays hard, he gets under guys' skin. So I don't know Matthew personally, but Brady's a great kid that, when the game starts, he flicks the switch and, turns into a bit of an agitator, but he's a great teammate.
Final question, Gene Principe, Sportsnet.
Hey, Tyler. Good morning. It's International Women's Day, and I wonder first, just what you think of having this kind of a day and the women in your life that have helped you get to this point in your career.
Yeah, I the one that's most important to me is obviously my mom. She not only did she support me, tremendously throughout my hockey career, but just in life in general. She's the nicest woman. She's an amazing mother, and I couldn't ask for a better mom. And she's helped me, along the way throughout tough times and good times. She's always been there for me, and like I said, I couldn't have a better mom.
Thanks, Tyler.